Hey, my name's James Nicholson and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I've got good news for landlords, I've got bad news for tenants. It's about the Renters Reform Bill. This last week is crazy. We've had Rishi Sunak call a general election. We've had the Leasehold Reform Act, which was potentially going to get shelved, gone through in the wash-up period, they call it, before Parliament closes prior to a general election. And lots of bills just got totally axed, including the Renters Reform Bill. Now, there's a lot of angry people due to this. We're going to talk about what was in that bill, what it meant for landlords, what it meant for tenants, what's going to happen instead, because Labour have come out with their plan already. And should we be worried about this? Yes or no? So this is an interesting topic. I know it's going to get really fiery in the comments. Keep it respectful, but do comment with your opinion below. I really value all comments on the channel. While you're here, smash subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification. We're pretty much at 24,000 subscribers now. The Leasehold Reform video was really popular yesterday. Loads of new subscribers from that. And while you're here, smash like, tickle like, do something to the like button. Don't get annoyed by that. That helps the YouTube algorithm. That lets more people know about this content. And that's a good thing, right? So go and do that right now. So the Renters Reform Bill, when did this start? Well, it started in 2019. And so it's taken 5 years to get to the point where it had gone through Parliament multiple times, had multiple readings. It was in the House of Lords, and it was very close to getting made law. And at that stage, it goes to assent by the King, and then it gets rolled out to estate agents, landlords, and all the people that need to update their systems and processes in order to make that good. Now, on the one side, the charities were behind the Renters Reform Bill. They didn't think it was strong enough. They did feel it was massively watered down. And that was something that was constantly talked about, how it should have been a bit stricter. So the bill was all about, first and foremost, what most people wanted abolished was Section 21. Well, I say most people, but it depends what side you're on, doesn't it? Section 21 is no-fault evictions. And it's a controversial topic. They've been used a lot recently because the rental market is red hot at the moment. So a landlord, for any reason, can go to a tenant and give them a Section 21 and evict them. And they don't have to be in arrears. They don't have to be damaging the property. Just for any reason, can say, here you go, I want you out. And that's controversial because it has made some people homeless. It has meant that people leave and then they have to go back onto the open market, which is considerably higher than it was a year ago, at least 10% in most places, some places even more. And it means that it just isn't a great experience being a renter. Also included in this bill were things like making it so landlords had to consider having pets, making contracts rolling rather than 6 months or annual that we have at the moment, making it so you could only increase the rent once a year. And also having an ombudsman that if you're having a problem with your landlord and you reported them a number of times, that you could potentially get 2 years worth of rent as compensation, which is a big worry for a lot of landlords. Now, the Renters Reform Bill is something that made a lot of landlords quit. In the last 2 years, we've had around 30% of landlords have quit the market, which is a huge amount. That means we've got less rental supply, we've got a growing population, and rents have gone through the roof. Now, landlords haven't just left because of this. There's something called Section 24, which is a tax that a lot of landlords don't like. There's other legislation that's going through. But this bill was nailed on to go through pretty much. And because Rishi Sunak's called the early election, they have to decide which is the priority to get through. One that they did focus on was the Leasehold Reform Act. That got through, that got passed and made law in this wash-up period that we call it. Now, this Renters Reform Bill has been axed. So if the Tories get back in, they could make it back alive and potentially get it passed some point by the end of the year. That's a possibility. But if Labour get back in, they'll probably want to rewrite this, start it again from scratch, And as you can see, this took from 2019 to get this started. Now, Labour's response is that they won't be so slow on getting a renters reform or similar act passed, but they will straight away, they're saying immediately, they will go for Section 21 to be abolished. Now, in the renters reform bill, it wasn't going to be abolished immediately. It was going to be highlighted that it should be abolished, and then the courts would be built in order to deal with the extra influx that would be needed for evictions, right? And so that would take some time. And as the government works, that would probably take years, if not decades, to get sorted. So effectively, it wasn't going to be included. Labour's saying they'll abolish it straight away. I'm not so sure. If I'm honest, I'm not so sure on that, because they also said that they would abolish leasehold in 100 days, which nearly every legal person said isn't possible, because you would have to compensate all the freeholders. It would be carnage. It just wouldn't go through. And actually, even before the election, Labour have backtracked on that. So it's not like a campaign manifesto that they said, we're going to do this, and then when they get in power, they take it away. They've already drawn back on that. So Section 21, I think they will work towards getting it abolished much more than Tories would. And so what's being accused here is by Shelter and all these other charities that help people that get in really difficult predicaments from bad landlords, is that the Tories have deliberately axed this bill because it has their own interests at heart, because a lot of Tory MPs are in fact landlords. And that was some of the pushback. We did have rebels in the backbenches of the Tory party that was stopping certain things, stopping this bill pass prior to this. This is 2, 3, 4 weeks ago, before Rishi Sunak called the election. They were looking to stop this bill getting passed because they weren't happy with some of the stuff. They felt it was too anti-landlord. This is a very controversial bill. I see it from both sides. I am a landlord. I didn't actually have a big problem with the bill, but I also do understand that some landlords do like the security that they can get their property back when they want with this Section 21 if they needed to move back into the property or sell the property. But I also understand that some rogue landlords will use that just to get rid of that tenant in order to bring a new tenant in at a much higher market rent, causing problems for the people that get served that Section 21. It's not great on either side. So what do you think is going to happen now? First off, who do you think is going to win the election? Keep that polite in the comments, otherwise I will delete any abusive comments, but do keep it polite in the comments. Let's have a conversation around this. What do you think should happen? When will it happen? Which party is going to obviously carry on the mantle of being the government and actually getting any of this implemented? Or is this going to go back to the beginning and we're going to be looking at this and still talking about this in 5 or 10 years? Let me know your thoughts below. Do smash the like button. Do share this video. Guys, I'm sure you know someone that's in a rental property or is a landlord. This impacts everyone, this video. So do share this. Then you can WhatsApp it, or you can Facebook message or email it to someone that you know that should watch it. Smash like, subscribe, check out some more content on the channel, including this video right here. In fact, one that you should go and check out is the Leasehold Reform Act video from yesterday, or this video here.